It's a letter
from Dr. Ore
from Dr. Ore Falomo.
Akinlade Falomo.
Yes, sir.
It's addressed to Alhaji Mustafa Ismail.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, please, it's a short letter. Could you read the contents of Exhibit 17?
Yes, my lord. It's on letter-headed paper of Dr. Ore Akinlade Falomo, dated 24th June 1997. Alhaji Mustafa Ismail, the Commissioner of Police. The letter was addressed to him. Dear sir, appreciation for permission for a visit to Chief MKO Abiola. Request for an urgent follow-up for a proper medical screening. Please pardon me if I have to bother you again on the above subject matter, since it is exactly a month ago when my last letter of 23rd May was written to you, and I have not yet received a reply. I have stressed the importance and urgency for the need to give immediate medical investigation and treatment to the ever-recurring bilateral edema of Chief Abiola's legs. While I have tried not to raise any alarm over this issue, and to avoid a situation whereby panic will set in, I cannot but warn that unless proper medical attention is given, we will run the risk of Chief Abiola throwing up an embolus from the slow return of blood to his legs. And as I have pointed out in my last letter, the fact that there is deficiency supply of blood to the posterior aspect of his heart makes the presence of the edema rather ominous. I am therefore, for the optimum time, asking you to please let us do something in time to avoid a possible disaster. I need not overemphasize that it is in the interest of all of us, the government and the governed, that Chief Abiola remain in good health. I hope I have adequately appealed to you, to your good sense of duty, and have no doubt that you will reciprocate. I thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Yours faithful, Dr. O.A. Falomo, signed.
That letter is dated when?
24 June 1997.
1997.
Yes, my lord.
Now there's Annexures A.
Yes, my lord.
17A is yet another letter. Have you seen it?
Yes, my lord.
It's another letter from Dr. Falomo.
Yes, my lord.
It is dated 12th August 1997.
Correct, my lord.
Now, I will just ask you to read paragraph. Okay, it's a short letter. You may as well read it too.
Yes, my lord. The letter is dated 12 August 1997, addressed to Alhaji Mustafa Ismail, Commissioner of Police, FCT Command. Dear sir, renewal of request to see Chief MKO Abiola and overdue medical screening. Since my last visit to Chief MKO Abiola on the 10th of May 1997, I have written 2 letters to you requesting for permission to be granted for a comprehensive medical screening on Chief Abiola, but up till today, no reply has been given to these 2 letters. I am therefore constrained to write you again on the same subject matter and hope that this time this request will be given the attention it desires. That is, given an early approval. You will recall that my last visit was out of tune with the normal protocol because I was not told up to the time I arrived in the place where Chief is being kept that I was going to see Chief Abiola that evening. Hence, I did not come along with his usual medication and of course was not prepared for any medical examination. While I'm grateful for the opportunity at least to see Chief Abiola and talk to him for a very long period, I cannot but return to my chief role as his personal physician and give adequate attention to his health. It is in the light of this that this request for a comprehensive medical screening is being made. The last time such screening was done was November 1994. The advantage and usefulness of that exercise are inestimable vis-a-vis Chief Abiola's well-being. To make sure that this letter reaches you, I shall adopt a new method of its delivery, and I hope that an early reply will be given to these records. I thank you for your understanding and look forward to an early response. Yours faithful, Dr. O.A. Falomo, signed.
What date?
12th August 1997.
Were you the CSO by that time?
No, my lord.
Who was the CSO?
My predecessor, Major Hamza Al-Mustafa.
Okay, go to Exhibit 17B. Exhibit 17B.
Yes, my lord.
It's also another short letter from Dr. Have you seen it?
Yes, my lord.
It's another letter from Dr. Falomo.
Yes, my lord.
No, not Dr. Falana, Dr. Falomo.
Yes,
Will you
my
please
lord.
read it?
The letter is dated November 11th, 1997, addressed to the same Mustafa Ismail, Commissioner of Police. Dear Sir, renewal of request to see Chief MKO Abiola, an overdue medical screening, reminder. I have no doubt that my letter of 12 August 1997 was delivered to you by Mr. Olu Akerele in person in your office, and that the same gentleman made some fruitless effort to get a reply on several occasions from you, but when it seems that nothing was forthcoming, I decided that there will be need for me to send a reminder, and also for this time to send a copy to the Chief Security Officer to the Head of State, Major H. Al-Mustafa, seeking for his assistance in respect of the above subject matter. I have enclosed photocopies of my last letter of 12 August 1997 for easy reference and wish to stand by all the contents of that letter. In addition to the contents of this letter, in bracket 12 August 1997, I would like to bring to your notice that all the drugs in use by Chief MKO Abiola have since been exhausted, and there is need to replenish the stock in order to avoid the danger of self-medication, coupled with the fear I have expressed about the bilateral edema of his legs in my two previous letters before the last one of the 12 August 1997. It will be necessary for permission to be given to me for a visit to Chief Abiola as early as possible, so that I can attend to both problems adequately at the same time. May I seek your indulgence to reinstate the need to give adequate medical attention to this issue of Chief Abiola's persistent bilateral edema of both legs in order to avoid a disastrous complication which may likely result from our inaction. I thank you for your understanding of this important issue and look forward to an early and positive response from you. Yours faithful, Dr. A.O. Falomo, signed, copy, Major H. Al-Mustafa, CSO to CNC.
Good. So that letter dated 11th of November 1997 was copied to Major Hamza Al-Mustafa.
Yes, my lord.
Now take a look at Exhibit 17F. It is yet another letter from Dr. Falomo repeating the same thing.
Yes, my lord.
And look at the end of it on page 2. The same is copied to Major Hamza Al-Mustafa.
Yes, my
Is
lord.
that so?
Yes, my lord.
Take a look at Exhibit 18. Exhibit 18 is yet another letter from Dr. Falomo, isn't it? Have you seen it there?
This is 17.
Oh, let me have Exhibit 18, please. Yes. Take a look at Exhibit 18.
Yes, my lord.
Exhibit 18 is also another letter from Dr. Falomo.
Yes, my lord.
What is the date on that letter?
23rd January 1995.
Very good. I just want you to turn to page 2 of Exhibit 18.
Yes, my lord.
Could you read page 2, paragraphs 1, 2, 3, and then A, B, C, D?
Yes, my lord.
Or you read,
Is it the one that starts from?
one could therefore
Okay, yes, my lord.
Listen, one could therefore...
One could therefore summarize quite convincingly that Chief MKO Abiola suffers the following: prolapse intervertebral disc with nerve root compression and average dysfunction of the right leg, hypertensive cardiac disease, malignant hypertension with bilateral edema of both legs. At my last visit to him on Friday, 20th January 1995, the following additional facts about his health emerged. He has now developed right-sided pneumonia with a lot of pains on deep inspiration. He produces greenish sputum. This could be due to the fact that he has not been given hot water for bath since the 5th of January 1995, although he told them he has not used cold water for bath since he was 17 years old. He could not explain why they could not give him hot water for bath. In addition, he has been deprived of his bed linens for over 2 weeks before my last visit, and he has slept on the mattress covered with the bedspread only. He also now displays invasion of eczema on his face. The bilateral edema of both legs still persists. As previously said, Chief MKO's blood pressure has been relatively high and has remained at 180/100 in spite of active treatment by Dr. Bako and myself. Let me add that Chief Abiola has complained to the CP and has repeated the complaint in my presence that he has been kept incommunicado to the extent that ordinary greetings such as good morning or good evening by the chief is not replied by the security men guarding him. In conclusion, the condition in which Chief Abiola is being kept is best described as he puts it in his own words. I am not in police custody or any type of custody. I am in captivity.
Okay, hold on. So Exhibit 18 was actually addressed to late Right Honorable Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Yes, my lord.
By Abiola's personal physician.
Dr. Orefalomo. Yes, yes, my lord.
And what he was seeking from the late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, I think his best is stated in the last paragraph there. Could you read it at page 2?
Okay, my lord. I hope, sir, that you will be able to move the conscience of the head of state by the chilling report I have made to you to allow Chief MKO Abiola to go and receive appropriate and definitive investigation structural treatment abroad as soon as possible.
Since 1995, this diagnosis was made.
Yes, my
an
lord.
appeal made. Finally, on these letters, turn to Exhibit 24. Give me Exhibit 24.
Yes, my lord.
Exhibit 24 is another letter
Yes, my lord.
of appeal addressed to the late CNC,
Yes,
General
my lord.
Sani Abacha.
Yes, my lord.
And it contains, repeats virtually the same appeal.
Yes, my lord.
Good. Throughout all this period, you were not the CSO.
I wasn't, my lord.
You told this Honorable Commission that you took over from Major Hamza Al-Mustafa.
Yes, my lord.
Did he hand over Abiola also to you?
Yes, my lord.
In handing over Abiola to you, did he give you any file containing all these requests? Did he, from Dr. Falomo?
No, my lord.
Read them, they were copied to him. Did
No.
he tell you?
No, my lord.
He didn't tell you also about these letters.
No, my lord.
He therefore did not tell you the condition of the detainee that he was handing over to you.
No, my lord.
After handing over to you, did you receive any such request from the family of Abiola or from Dr. Falomo along this line
No,
before Abiola died?
No, my lord.
So you will agree with me that even though Abiola looked well, you were actually being handed over a sick man.
Based on the letters I've just read, I believe so, my lord.
Thank you. Let us get back to Zadok.
Yes, my lord.
Zadok testified before this commission that probably because of whatever role he alleged he played, he was left hanging. He was not posted. What do you know about that?
My lord, it is known, it is customary, and I don't know whether it's a law. When there is change of system, if there is change of command, there's always rotation. We have never seen where a head of state command inherited ministers and asked them to continue, or governors, or anything like that. When General Abubakar came in as the president, the police decided to move out the whole unit and bring in a fresh unit, which he was part of.
It was the police that posted Zadok. Is that what you are telling the commission?
He was part, yes, my lord.
Was it him alone?
Not him alone, the whole of his unit.
The whole unit?
Yes, my lord.
Was it at the request of the presidency?
No, my lord.
What do you know about Zadok not being given any posting by the police? If you know, please just tell the commission, because he came here to say so, insinuating that.
My lord, you see, Zadok was involved in some arms deal, missing ammunition, and illegal dealings, and so on. And the police were investigating him. So they couldn't pick him up throughout that period because he was in the villa and they were not allowed to pick him. So now that they have posted his unit out, this is now their opportunity to open the case. And the case is there. Ask the police, let them bring the report.
You mean, you said the police couldn't pick him up because he was posted to the villa?
You see, my lord, normally when you are working in the villa or presidency, before you move out, well, unless if the whole unit is changed and a kind of you do something bad, because it's a sensitive place when you know everywhere in it and they keep on changing people, there are increasing number of people that know the place. More so, the CSO can even plead with the police, say, please, leave this man for me. He's doing a good job for me.
Okay, what I want you to please explain to this commission, you said he was being investigated,
yes,
for some missing arms,
yes,
and so on.
Yes, my lord.
When was this thing committed, the offense? Was it before the death of Abiola or after the death of Abiola?
My lord, it was before the death of Abiola.
So that investigation was there even before Abiola's death?
It was, my lord.
And the police took action only after Zadok was reposted back to the police?
Yes, my lord.
Do you have any records of that?
No, the police have the records.
The police have the records?
Yes, my lord.
Zadok also talked about a vehicle that was taken away from him. Did Zadok have an official vehicle?
No, my lord.
What then was the vehicle that he said he didn't allow him use?
My lord, I said it was the vehicle meant for Chief Abiola. That was why it has tinted glasses.
So the vehicle was not for Zadok?
It was not for Zadok.
It was actually for late Chief Abiola?
Yes, my lord.
So when you were sending him out on an errand without Abiola, he didn't have to carry the vehicle?
You don't have to carry it.
Do you know whether he has an official vehicle now?
My lord, I don't know.
Thank you. Let us get back. Still on Abiola.
Yes,
you just told us, you told this commission. Okay, let me ask this question. Zadok came here and told this commission that he was lured away. That he was lured away. And therefore that deprived him of opportunity to test tea. Did you lure him away?
My lord, I was solely in charge of Abiola. I don't need to lure Zodek. I was telling him, you get out of here. He was under me. He was bloody well taking orders from me. Why should I tell him to, why should I lure him away? I was fully in charge. I would tell him, get out from here. Why should I lure him away? There are so many officers between me and him. He can't even come to my office if I don't ask him to come.
Thank you. Thank you. So the question of luring couldn't have arisen at all.
What for?
Now, they are talking of handing over. Please, the commission would wish to know, was there any real handing over between you and your predecessor, Mustafa, Major Al-Mustafa?
Yes, there was.
What did he hand over?
Normally when there's handing over, there's handing and taking over notes. You normally sign.
Sorry, my lord, I have to intervene in order to save the time of the commission.
Or to waste the time of the court.
Oh yes, whichever way, my
The
lord.
court pleases.
Whichever way. I was thinking that the witness in the box was coming to restrict himself to the role he played, if any.
Did your client restrict himself?
My lord?
Please go on.
Okay.
As the court pleases. Now we are on handover.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, was there any handover between you and Major Al-Mustafa?
There was.
Yes.
And there's handing and taking over note.
Good. Do you have it with you?
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, please let me see. Let me know the shape of my
What in ya bana ba ku photocopy ka ku declare mishi ban da wani copy la zan iya collecting ko to amma ba copy mai makin original din na mishi.
My lord, I seek to tender the okay. We will give you what.
Are they already in?
No, they are not in, my lord.
What exhibit will this be?
Let me check. I don't know whether I told you.
I don't have any copy. Let me borrow it. I want by this in back. I'll give them photocopy.
Well, letter of 4 July. Letter of 4 July is exhibit 70. Handing and taking over exhibit 71.
No, but we don't have copy here. Can we make a copy for you? It's working.
Yes, progress, please.
Thank you, my lord.
I want to,
Look at Exhibit 70,
wanting to read the letters.
the certificate.
All right.
Exhibit 70 is the certificate of handing over and taking over, is it?
Yes, my lord.
Please, could you read it?
Dated 4th July 1998. Handing and taking over. It's not.
It's off again.
Can I continue? Okay. Handing and taking over certificate between Major H.A. Al-Mustafa and 7383 and Major A.M. Alu and 8827. This is to certify that I, Major H.A. Al-Mustafa, believe to the best of my knowledge that the information contained in the handing and taking over note reference CNC/CSO/33 dated 4th July 1998 is true in all material particular. I am hereby handing over the office of the CSO to HO CNC and all the properties contained therein to Major A.M. Aliu, the incoming CSO to HO CNC, this day 4th July 1998. This is to confirm that I, Major A.M. Aliu, the incoming CSO to HO CNC, having read and understand the handing and taking over note mentioned above, have no objections. I am therefore taking over the office of the CSO to CNC and all the properties contained therein, this day, July 1998.
So that is the handing over certificate.
Yes, my lord.
Normally, when this certificate is made between the two parties, what do you do?
The handing over officer will sign, and the officer taking over will sign, and they all have one copy each and keep one for record.
Is that document with you signed?
I did not sign it.
You did not sign.
I did not.
Why?
There were a lot of discrepancies in the handing over, because he said I should confirm, and having read and understood the handing and taking over notes. I read it, I understood it, but what was reflected on the handing over notes were not physically on the ground.
They were not physically on the ground.
So many things.
Good. We don't want to take too much of the commission's time, but tell us a few of these things that they are alleged to be in the handover. I mean, the handover notes are alleged to be in existence, and you found out that they were not in existence. Therefore, you did not sign.
My lord, most of these school plotters vehicles that were kept in the villa were not there. The cassettes for the proceedings at the SMT, SIP, that's Military Tribunal, Investigation Panel, and all these coup were not there.
They were not found there.
They were some part of them were removed. The important ones were removed.
They are with the commission.
Are they? I don't know.
Go on, please.
Well, those things, when I went through it, I set up a small committee from my office, my officers. I said, look, if we should verify all these things and give me a feedback. They came up with discrepancies. So I said, no, I'm not going to sign with all these discrepancies, because, especially this coup plotters issue, because some of them were already released by the tribunal, but they are under detention. They were not found guilty. So if I just take over, like, immediately they come out, they'll start asking for their things, and I don't know what to tell them. So I refuse to sign the handy and taking over now.
Did you get Major Al-Mustafa to come and rectify and explain these things so that you could sign?
I looked for him.
Did he come?
He did not. I looked for him. I couldn't even get him. He will not return my calls. So I left message. Look, this is the situation. If you can, you should please get in touch with me. There was no reply from him.
Thank you. 500 million naira. Wow. 500 million naira was given by Major Al-Mustafa to General Abdul Salami. Are you aware of that?
My Lord, we are objecting to that question because Learned Council, they've gone everywhere protesting that things outside the Commission's terms of reference are being discussed here. And they now want to do the same thing. And besides, this is not a competent witness to answer that question, my Lord.
Objection overruled. Go on.
God pleases.
Please talk about 500 million naira and all these things that he handed over to you. You have said you didn't agree. I just pick up the issue of 500 million naira. Tell the commission.
My Lord, in this our country, Nigeria, a CSO is handing over to a president, not his successor, CSO. Why don't we have directors handing over to permanent secretaries? Anyway, Major Al-Mustafa handed over to me, and he handed over 506,896,224 naira in accounts. He also handed over to me in different accounts 7 million. Let me take them one by one. The money he handed over, the coup plotters' money. They went and searched the coup plotters' houses and recovered some money during that period. First content is the naira value, amounting to 7,798,085 naira. The foreign currency, 1,256,145 dollars. 50,495 pounds. And other denominations, Chad, all these small, they are there in the report. There are so many accounts. Then he handed over frozen accounts of the coup plotters. It is the frozen account that contain the 500 million naira and the $10,000. Then the unit account was overdraft with 5 million naira and 48,944 naira 17 kobo. Now, this 506 million naira account frozen